Many of the world's issues we have today contribute to the animal produce industries. As more factory farm emissions impact our climate change, producing poultry packaging to producing exploits animals and not giving them the right to life and freedom. And by doing so, avoiding animal products is the way you can take a stand against animal cruelty and animal exploitation everywhere. More and more people are turning to vegan diets as well-planned, plant-based diets are rich in protein, iron, calcium, and other essential vitamins and minerals. And I want to tell you why becoming vegan can minimize many of the world's issues we have today. I don't know how much you know about global change, but factory farm emissions are one of the leading causes of global warming. Everyone in the whole world will be greatly affected by this. The temperatures will be searing hot, causing crops to fail, as terrible heat waves, storms, and forest fires are caused all over the world. Meat production is a major contributor to climate change. According to David Suzuki Foundation, it is estimated that livestock production accounts for 70% of all agricultural land use and occupies 30% of the land surface of the planet. Livestock produces a considerable volume of greenhouse gases such as methane and nitrous oxide that contribute to climate change. In India last May, temperatures rose to 50 degrees Celsius, killing more than 2,300 people and melting streets in New Delhi. In fact, the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization has estimated that livestock production is responsible for 18% of greenhouse gases. Growing livestock and other animals for food is also quite an inefficient process. For example, it takes approximately 5 to 7 kilograms of grain to produce 1 kilogram of beef. Each of these kilograms of grain takes energy and water to produce, process, and transport. As meat consumption has grown around the world, so has the climate impact. Animals raised for human consumption suffer tremendously in today's factory farms. Animals are bred, fed, confined, and drugged to lay more eggs, birth more offspring, and die with more meat on their bones at the expense of their own well-being. Eating eggs or drinking milk does kill animals. Commercially raised dairy cows and egg-laying chickens, whether free-range or factory farmed, are slaughtered when their production rates decrease. The factory farm methods that are used to produce more meat are also used to produce egg and milk. The animals are seen not as individuals or living beings, but as eggs, meat, leather, and so on. Cardiovascular disease is the #1 health problem attacking the US, rounding up nearly 1 million heart attacks annually and 2,100 deaths each day. Scientists found that this was caused by eating red meat. In many studies, researchers have found the higher levels of cholesterol are linked to the greater risk of having a heart attack. The British Medical Journal published findings saying that lifelong vegans have a 57% reduced risk of death from heart disease. Plant foods contain no cholesterol, whereas meat, eggs, and dairy products contain large amounts of cholesterol and saturated fat. A vegan diet can even reverse damage already done. When Dr. Dean Ornish put his patients with coronary artery disease on a low-fat vegan diet, he found that it reversed the building of plaque in their arteries. On a more personal note, I don't want to sound like a hypocrite, but I'm not a vegan nor vegetarian. However, I am practicing by slowly converting myself to eating less red meat by consuming more alternatives to get protein in my diet. For example, consuming more tofu, legumes, grains, and naturally grown foods. After many YouTubers, friends, and family that follow this lifestyle, I've learned many facts and benefits that come from being in an animal-free diet. Learning about the meat industry and what it brings to the planet is a lot more effective than you think. And I believe the best way is to spread awareness and to show that it's not too bad to make a change to our future. I hope you take a second to observe this thought to save the planet, better your body, and make a change to this world. Thanks for listening.